Hello everybody, welcome along to the Football Martin channel. Sorry, it's a little bit later than expected. I was waiting on a few bits and bobs and I didn't want to go live without all the right information. Thank you to everybody that's waited over the last half an hour or so. I will get you guys involved in the comments as well. We'll talk about all the latest developments tonight. It's been busier than I thought. Well, not in a good way, in a bad way. Been a bit of a disaster with the centre back that they were going to sign. By the looks of things, that's fallen through. This man on the screen, yeah, the deal is off to bring Cilia. That's how I pronounce it, Cilia. That looks like that is off now. He's made a U-turn. Player makes a U-turn. It's going to go to Italy. I did see some nonsense talk about Ipswich, but I just think that was just ex-chat, to be fair. But the deal to bring the centre back in is off, which is a blow because we do need cover at centre back. Harwood Bellis got injured at the weekend. It looked like an ankle injury. Did he roll it? It didn't look great, so he's going to be out. Obviously, Stevens come on. He's injured as well. There was talk of Bednarek going today as well. Actually, it was in my notes this morning. I saw a tweet this morning how true it was that there were clubs looking at Bednarek. Obviously, he's not going to go anywhere. I think he will do in the summer. I do think he will go in the summer. I don't think he'll be here next season, Jan Bednarek. But do they have a backup plan? That's the biggest question. Do we have a backup plan? I'm not convinced if they do. It doesn't look that way. Well, we'll soon find out within the next hour if the club do have a backup at centre back. But it is an area of concern. Nathan Wood's injured as well, apparently. So just there is a little bit of concern at centre back, and you have to think about what he's going to do the weekend because would he really start Joe Aribo at centre back? I thought Aribo played really well going playing centre back, by the way, left side centre back. I thought he was brilliant. And I know I've been critical of him, not just on here, but I did a tweet about him the other day and I got called out on it. I said I thought he'd been a massive disappointment since he signed, and maybe I expected more of him. I don't say like a huge disappointment. He's just disappointed me up until it's sort of like the back end of last season, really, for what I thought he was going to be as a player. But he did a really good job at centre back. There's no doubt that he will be really good for the remainder of this season. At least he's going nowhere. That's one good thing. I think Cameron Archer's likely to stay. That one went really quiet with Leeds United, by the way. It looked like it was going to happen, and they said this morning that Adam Armstrong was more likely to go than Cameron Archer. The thing about Armstrong, he's on quite a lot of money, so whoever takes him's got to pay a contribution to his wages, and that makes it difficult. We'll go on salary as sport if we can. If they've got the Southampton all the salaries up, when we'll take a look at them on this live this evening. I will do a screen share and we will have a look at that. I'm going to keep all over social media as well. I've been refreshing X, the social media platform that I hate the most probably out of every platform. I really dislike X as a platform. It's just a horrible platform, but it is quite good on a day like deadline day for getting transfer news because stuff spreads really quickly. It used to be football forums, didn't it? I used to use Saints Web for all my transfer news, but I now unfortunately use X quite a lot as well. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it while I'm live. I keep an eye on it. And if anything breaks, I'll bring it to you. I'm also following the Daily Echoes. They've had a really good pace today, the Southern Daily Echo. Really good. They've just basically had a live blog that Alfie House have totally respect. I think he's a great guy, Alfie House. Him and George has taken it over now this evening, but Alfie's been covering all day. And they've just been putting updates in there. So I'll read you some of those updates. We'll go through some of the bits they've done as well. But has been actually really good, that. It's been really, really good. I'll get some of your comments in now before we go on. Right, let's have a look. What are you guys saying? You can only hear on your left ear. Oh, I need to change that setting then. I've got an issue with the audio settings for some reason. I need to change that. Oh, that's so annoying. Apologies, you can only hear it one ear. It's got stereo on here, so I don't know why it's doing that. That is really, really annoying. Sorry. I don't know how to fix it neither. I need to look into it and find a fix for it. So massively apologies, you can only hear it in one ear. I can't fix it while I'm live though. Alfie House is in. Alfie, thank you for joining, mate. I just praising you actually. Absolute legend. Been following the blog all day. It's been really, really good. Really, really, really good. Is the Armstrong a loan deal? They were talking about a loan deal. I don't know whether it's going to happen. To be honest, I don't. It was just rumours this morning, but he's on fairly decent money, so someone's going to have to pay like 70% of his 70% of his wages. So Alfie says, yeah, I don't know what's going on my left ear. So I'm so sorry about that. Are we not going to go and loan a Premier League player? What Premier League player is going to come to us? That's the question. Brilliant if we could get someone in, but it's not that easy, is it? It's just not that easy bringing players in. It's difficult when we're in the situation we're in, and it makes it really it makes it hard because we're down and out, we're relegated, and that's probably why the defenders chosen Italy over us, because it's probably a slightly better option, at Parma, to be fair. I did see this morning about Will Smallbone. I don't think that was something about today, though, the Will Smallbone story. I think it was from a couple of days ago. I'll pop it on the screen. There was interest from other football clubs. Middlesbrough apparently inquired about a potential loan move for the player, but he wasn't keen on a return to the Championship. And a lot of people were jumping all over that. Oh, he wasn't keen. He just probably wants to stay at Southampton. Fair enough. If he wants to stay at Southampton, that's absolutely fine if he wants to stay at Southampton. Look, I still think he has something to offer, and he will do it. He will do next season in the Championship as well. Whether he's a evangelic player, I'm not sure. I don't know. I like Smallbone, but he does split opinion. Unfortunately, not everybody loves him, to be fair, but I like him a lot. Right, what else has there been today? There's been loads of stories, isn't there? Gavin Bazunu is flying to Belgium to complete a loan move to Standard Liège for the rest of the season. He had some options around Europe with Ajax, one of those clubs, but he has chosen Belgium. I believe there's a link with Man City. Whoever is at Man City has probably pulled that one off. But pleased for Bazunu. I think he needs to go and play football actually as well. Bazunu, top goalkeeper. Getting ready for next year, but I don't think that's signed yet. I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on the Echo. I'll keep an eye on X as well, but it'd probably be announced tonight, that one. Give me your thoughts in the comments box below on that one. But yeah, Bazunu's made his comeback last couple of weeks. It's a horrible injury he had. It's always going to take a little while to recover from that as well. It was not a nice injury at all. So yeah, he's done well to get back. Yeah, Alfie's been amazing today, by the way. Somebody just said about Alfie. He has been brilliant on the Echo. I've been on there all day. Been on X, been on the Echo all day. Greetings from Germany. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. It's very, very kind of you. Sorry if you can only hear in one ear. I don't know why it's doing that on the sound. It's so annoying that the sound is not doing it. If you just someone in the comments box, let me know if it is. Audio's fixed. Is it fixed? Oh, thank God for that. I just changed one setting, so you're saying the audio's fixed. So there's a button on there that I've adjusted, and it's fixed it. I've got a new microphone set up. It's a pain in the ass. All fixed. That's good. Thank you for telling me. I really, really appreciate that. What do we have? Right, let's go through a few of your comments and stuff. Right, let's talk about Armand Bella-Kotchap. St. Andy's in the live. If Bella-Kotchap's good enough for the bench, like Paul and Silamana, he can give us a new signing feel. He might have to, mightn't he? If we're really short at centre back and with the injuries, he might have to. There's obviously a bit of an issue with his attitude. I don't know, because I don't know anyone in that squad what is that, there is a big attitude issue, but obviously there's an issue with him, which has rumbled on for several managers that have managed him. So, and that they all kind of, no one's really got a tune out of him, have they, since Hasenhüttl? And I thought he might go. I thought he might go in this window, but yeah, it's not happened yet, has it? So Danny Ings played for West Ham tonight, Steve, so there's no danger of Danny Ings coming, unless you're referring to me looking like Danny Ings, because loads of people say, oh, Martin, you look like Danny Ings, which I take as a compliment, but I don't think Danny Ings are come. I think his legs are gone, from what I've seen, talking about Danny Ings. I think his legs are well and truly gone. Doesn't look like the player that we had here all those years ago. Like no chance at all. Craig's in the live. Craig, thank you for joining, mate. He said, "Hi Martin, tremendous vlog on Saturday. Thanks for bringing the whole day experience to share." I try. It's difficult to film and watch. I'm trying to keep the camera out of my view, but I'm going to try and get a season ticket next year where there's a wall in front of me. A bit like what Matchday Vlogs does. He has a wall in front of him, so it makes it a little bit easier. But thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. I'll grab some more of your comments as well, and then we'll go back to some of the stories. Yeah, it was a greetings from Germany. Thank you for that. Really appreciate you tuning in. Very, very kind of you. Really kind of you. Struggers, thank you for coming on the live, mate. Hope you're good as well. Cabbage is in. What a legend. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Deal sheet in for football. Martin, it is, mate, indeed. Mate, I was a terrible player, so not a sort of deal sheet you would be getting him. I rip it up quickly, Cabbage. I rip it up quickly. I used to manage a little bit a Sunday league team, but I didn't play a great deal. I wasn't very good. I was a right back actually, but definitely no Carl Walker Peters, that's for sure. I loved running a club. I ended up being one of those, when you're not a very good player, you end up being a secretary, don't you? You end up painting the lines, you end up putting the nets up, you end up getting the kit ready, washing the kit. And I was one of those, but I did manage a team that did well actually in the Sunday league, and we ended up going on and winning the double one season. And I said at the start of that season, if we win the double this year, I'm going to give up. You know, and I wish I'd never said it, because I really, really enjoyed managing a football team. Right, Flynn Downes was another story that did the rounds this morning. Don't think that one's gonna happen. Surely not. They're going to let Downes go to Ipswich, but there's a little bit of interest. They saying he could depart this morning. Ipswich were an admirer. I wonder why he wasn't in the squad though at the weekend. I wonder why. Was he injured? There's speculation that he might not have been injured because of the way the manager Jurik's come out and spoke about it afterwards. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? I feel like I'm off centre for some reason. I don't know why. I need to go get my shoulders fixed. I've got something wrong with my shoulders. Need to get those fixed. But I look massively off centre when I'm looking at myself. It's really off-putting. But Downes, what are your thoughts, guys? Get involved in the comments box below. Flynn Downes, not involved at the weekend at all. Totally out of the squad. What's going on there? He has suffered with that dead leg, and then he come back in against Forest, was well off the pace. Then he was on that booking last weekend, and he would have missed a couple of games, so he didn't play. But yeah, what's going on with Flynn Downes? Give me your thoughts in the comments box. I'm going to read some of them out now, because they're your comments are coming thick and fast. There's nearly 200 of you in. Thank you very, very much. What's the latest on Flynn Downes? Well, there isn't anything. I didn't hear any more about it. It was just this morning. It got mentioned this morning. I was surprised to see it. I didn't think for 1 minute Flynn Downes was going to go anywhere. I really didn't. He'd be a great player in the Championship next season. And why would you let him go to Ipswich? Kind of like a relegation, but they are relegation rival, aren't they? You're going to loan him to a relegation rival and help keep them up. So yeah, I don't think he'd go anywhere. But we'll just keep an eye over the next sort of like half an hour. We'll know exactly what's going to happen, because obviously the deal sheets go through sort of right on 11 p.m. I think the actual deadline is 11 p.m., isn't it? So we'll wait and see how it unravels for sure. But yeah, no, I don't think Downes will go. I think we'll keep him. It'd be mad to let him go, surely. Give me your thoughts on it though. Yeah, someone else talking about Flynn Downes. I maintain that Flynn Downes does not want to play for Jurik. He has looked like he's had an attitude last couple of times he played. I did hear, and this, I don't have sources. I don't talk to anyone in the club. But when you talk about Downes, there was rumours he had a bust up with someone on the training pitch at the back end of last season. And then obviously, I didn't think he looked like he was too interested against Forest. And then that elbow, I can't remember who the elbow was on, and he could have got sent off. What was he actually thinking when he did that, by the way? Absolutely crazy when he I can't remember who he elbowed. But what was he thinking? But he doesn't suit this manager, does he? There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. Charlie, thank you, mate. Really, really appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for supporting my channel. It's all self-funded, so I really, really appreciate any support that I get for the channel. It's a massive, massive help to what I do. Coming back to that story around the centre back that we was chatting about a short while ago, Cilia, that's off. Looks like he is going to Italy. Big blow that, and a lot of people not happy on social media. They're obviously Sport Republic are taking some flack. as expected, but it is difficult. It's a difficult window. Adam Blackmore was on Solent tonight. I did the Monday Night Club tonight with Jono Holmes, and I enjoyed going on that. It's a good show, actually. And Jono had Adam Blackmore on, and he thinks that Saints have had a decent window, done well to attract Albert Grombeck. He went on to say, if I pronounce Grombeck right, is it Grombeck? Grombeck? I had to get the pronunciation of it. I actually correct some rubbish pronouncing players' names at times. But I thought that Albert, I'm going to call him Albert now. I'm going to call him Uncle Albert. I thought he did all right the weekend, but he's very lightweight. Very, very lightweight. I thought he's quite a skinny lad. Got nice touches and stuff. But the left back Wellington looks a really good signing. Really, really good. I thought he was really good the weekend. Really, really positive in what he did. At least he gets forward. You can kind of call him a January signing, though he signed a pre-contact arrangement, hadn't he? So thought he looked decent. You give me your thoughts on him in the comments box below. I will read out as many of your comments as I possibly can throughout this live stream whilst I'm here. Right, I'm going to go back to the Echo page and just see if there's any breaking news. Keep an eye on it. We're just going to keep an eye on breaking news. 1 hour to go. Well, it's less than an hour to go. Their last tweet was, 10:20. It's now a difficult window. Old Krusty says it's been a difficult window with our position. Already basically have a championship squad until the summer. Yeah, that's kind of true. I know we do. We do have a championship squad. It's like a championship game the weekend, I thought, personally. Saints are confident of completing the deal to bring in Victor Uda. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. But he will not bolster the first team immediately. I think he's going to go and play in the under-21s, isn't he? Probably train with the first team as well. Oh, no shock. I've just seen on the Echo page, but I did hear it earlier. Ipswich Town have signed a goalkeeper. No shock they've signed a goalkeeper after the goalkeeper's performance of the weekend. How bad was their goalkeeper, by the way? Thought he was absolutely dreadful. Bad day for him. But I'd heard a lot of reports that he's not been good all season anyway. So yeah, they've signed a goalkeeper and they've brought in West Bromwich Albion goalkeeper Alex Palmer. I thought he was good last season when I saw him in the Championship. Top goalkeeper. I thought that might open up. I think Alfie mentioned it earlier. He's probably gone now, but he did mention it in a tweet earlier. Gavin Bazunu, I have an idea for you, and I liked it. I thought, yeah, would be a great bit of business to go there and play in the Championship. But look, he's opted to go to Belgium. A few people commenting. Very impressed with Wellington on Saturday, says Gary Tuck. Gary, thank you for joining, mate. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for all the support of the channel. Really, really, really appreciate it. Always commenting on my videos. Luke, paid subscriber, thank you very much indeed for becoming a member over on my Patreon page. Luke, really appreciate that. Hello, Martin. Do you think there's a chance of getting anyone in? I don't know, mate. I don't have any sources. I'm just reacting. I'm here to react. I'm not a reporter, but I'm just going to react to everything that might happen. Alfie, George are the reporters. I just pull it off social media and we just react to stories. That's what I like to do. I'm not in the know by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like reacting to it. I'm just a football fan like you, but I have a platform where I can react, which I think is really, really good. Right. Andrew is a follower of the channel. Andrew, thank you for joining. Don't trust Sport Republics. 36 minutes left of the window. No, it'd be interesting to see what does happen. Bazunu leaving. Says Stephen, is Bazunu leaving? Yeah, I believe that he will go on loan. The story, I'll pop it back on your screen, is set to go on loan to Belgium side, Standard Liège for the rest of the season. Yeah, we expect that one to be done. I think everyone expects that one to be done. It hasn't been completed yet, but he is off by the looks of it to Standard Liège to the end of the season. Great goalkeeper. Good luck to him, and I think that'll do him some good. He just needs to go and play football now. Different country as well. It's different experience. Pretty cool for a footballer, isn't it? To have that opportunity to go and live in another country for a little period of time. So yeah, hope it goes well for him. I'll be watching the best Standard Liège if I can find some streams to watch them. So yeah, we will be all over that. Right, let's go back to some of your comments because I want to make this somewhere where you as fans can get involved and have your say. Charlie, thank you so much, Charlie. That's really, really kind of you. You didn't have to do that, so I do appreciate it. Yeah, mate. Update on Ings, Dibbling move. Wellington looks great. Charlie, thank you, mate. Update on Danny Ings. He was on the bench for West Ham tonight and got on. I watched the end of the game. I was going through transfer bits. I wouldn't have thought Danny Ings would go anywhere. To be fair, like he might do a job in the champ, but I think his legs are gone. I think he's going to have to be a little bit like, where's he going to go next? There was a lot. Someone tweeted me earlier when I said, "Oh, we've tried to get him in every window." So like in the last few windows, his name's come up every time, hasn't it? I don't know if you noticed that, Charlie. Ings isn't like I would have really liked him to come back a couple of years ago, but I've watched him a lot recently, and I'm like, it just doesn't look like the Ings of old. And maybe I spoke to a couple of journalists in London that come watch West Ham, and they say, "Oh, Martin, his legs are like long gone." So he might do a job in the Championship, but his next move's pretty big. I don't think he'll make a move to the end of the season, but he's on like 120 weeks. So whatever he does, it's gonna be tough for him. But Charlie, thank you very, very much for that. It makes a massive difference to my channel. So a huge shout out for doing that for me this evening. Really, really appreciate. Can we sell Stevens? I was chatting to someone today actually, and we were talking about contracts that we give players in the summer. Stevens got a contract extension. He got 2 years, didn't he? Ryan Fraser, he got a fairly decent contract as well, didn't he? He got 2 years. Will Smallbone signed a contract extension. Adam Armstrong got another 2 years as well. So we've done a loads of contract extensions, haven't we? There's some players that have really made no real impact really within the squad. Not this season anyway. Right, Simon said Adam Blackmore. Yeah, I think I'll comment on it because I don't mind commenting on it. I'm no friend of Adam Blackmore. I've met him a few times. I did an interview with him. Yeah, he's obviously like the club use Solent's commentary for their videos. I think he's in a difficult position because he needs to go and interview the manager after games, players. So it is really difficult how it's such a difficult job he has, and it's hard. It would be difficult, but yeah, obviously he's got that relationship with the club. I have no relationship with the football club whatsoever, so I can come on. If I say I think the recruitment's shit, which I think it has been shit in the summer, I can come out and say because they don't pay me. I buy my own tickets. I don't get any freebies or anything. So I just say what I want. I'm not in a position where I've got to interview players or anything, so it's easier for someone like me to say it how it is. I guess I don't know, but I think I do like Blackmore. I think he's brilliant. I love his commentary. Him, Alfie, George. Like when it comes to Twitter, certain accounts I follow because I know I'm going to get really good information out of them. They're my information accounts, and totally recommend you go and follow those guys if you use a platform such as X. Yes, James Ward-Prowse has gone back to West Ham. Good luck good enough for him. Yeah, he did leave a sinking ship. You're right. You are right. He can't go sign for another club now, I don't think, because he's already played for two clubs this year anyway, isn't he? So I don't think he can go to another club. Am I right in saying that? I might be wrong in saying that, but I think Adam tweeted it today. Right, we'll talk about Sam Amo-Ameyaw next. I think that's a subject we should talk about on the channel tonight, and get involved in the comments box below. Your thoughts on Saints letting Amo-Ameyaw go? He has departed. He has gone to Strasbourg. That's a loan with the obligation to buy, so he won't come back. Give me your thoughts to that one in the comments box below. Sam Amo-Ameyaw off. I'm disappointed because I was looking forward to seeing him next year. I thought he was going to be a really, really important player next season in the Championship. He's a good player, isn't he? And when we see glimpses of him, he's got a really small frame. And that was the one thing that maybe worried me about him. And maybe they thought, is he going to develop any more? I know Tyler's developed a lot. He's got a lot bulkier. That's probably the difference between the two of them is maybe their physicality. Is how much more of a frame that Tyler's got that compared to Sam. Look, they've made good profit on him. They're going to make good money on him. It could be like pretty much 10 million euros. But I always thought the pathway at the football club was to develop and bring through. And obviously that's not happened. So, yeah, Tyler's the only one, isn't he, really, that's come through in recent years. So, yeah, I feel a bit sad to go, and I hope you guarantee he'll go and do well, and everyone will be just total meltdown for ages about it. But yeah, Sam Amo-Ameyaw, I think he's a top player. I hope he does good. Get your comments on it. I was surprised to see him go. There was always one player that's going to surprise you. It's going to go. And Adam Blackmore did say on the fan club tonight on Solent that they have rejected a bid for a player, unnamed player. He wouldn't name the player for 25 million. So he said it's not like they're cash struck, the football club, but that's what he went on to say. Right, let's read some of your comments on Sam Amo-Ameyaw. Camera said, I think Sam going is good, full profit, and from what I've heard, his agent had turned his head. I was imagining from the press release that the club that they weren't massively enamoured, actually, because like they didn't say a great deal, did they? In it, it's hard to read between the lines, isn't it? I'm sure it'll all come out in the next couple of weeks. It will all come out. I'm sure it'll get leaked by the manager, or someone will find out. Someone will link it at what's happened. But yeah, what was the press statement? I'll read it to you if you've not seen it. It was literally, it was like so minute. Southampton Football Club can confirm Sam Amo-Ameyaw has completed a loan move to French club RC Strasbourg. The 18-year-old Wigger has joined the French side for the remainder of the season ahead of agreed permanent transfer to the club in the summer. We would like to wish Sam all the best for the future and thank him for his contributions to the club during his time here. So yeah, he's gone to play in Ligue 1. Fair play to him. And that was it. That's all they said. They didn't say anything else at all. That's the last story on the club's official website, by the way. There's nothing else on there at all. So yeah, let's read some more of your comments on Sam Amo-Ameyaw. Got to see Sam go, says Trish. I think we could have brought him on. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. I always thought that we were going to try and develop players from boys into men in their 21s and then bring them through to play in the first team. I thought that was what Sport Republic wanted to do. I'm really surprised at that. Really surprised at that. I am. Any news on Ross Stewart? Someone says in the chat. No, I don't think he'll play anytime soon. We're stuck with him, aren't we? While he's injured, you ain't going to get 50 quid for him. No danger of him going anywhere at all. A bit more on Sam Amo-Ameyaw, just trying to pull out the comments on Sam. He should have had more experience with us this year. There are plenty of chances available. Still are. Yeah, you're talking about Sam. I think you are. See if I grab a few more. I could get a few more. Sam is a loan. Yeah, it's a loan, but they have an obligation. I think he won't come back. The club have said that in the presser that if you read the last few sentences in it, they have to buy him at the end of it. They thank him for his services to the football club, so it becomes a permanent transfer at the end of the season. So I don't think there's any way they can get out of that either. So he's gone. He has gone. Right. What else do we have? I'm just going to quickly refresh the Daily Echoes page. Hold on, let me just go back. Saints have achieved 2 or 4 things. They've kept Tyler Dibley, which they have. Yes, good news. They kept him. Have loaned out one of the players who won't play, Gavin Bazunu. Correct. Yeah, absolutely. They have, however, failed to get a deal over the line for the centre-back Silla. Although unclear where the blame lies there, they're saying. Yeah, still have a Premier League loan spot free. Yeah. We were talking about that a minute ago, weren't we? The Premier League loan spot. Yeah, we were talking about that Premier League loan spot. No JWP. No, he can't sign for another club, I don't believe. I think that's it. Can't be done. Hasn't been. No, I haven't seen confirmation on the club's website as of yet. No, not seen that. Right, there's loads of comments. I'm going to try and go through some more of these. Surprised ABK hasn't gone. Do you think he will play this weekend? Cameron, I think he might have to. If Bellis is injured, which he like he rolled his ankle, he got some ankle problem. And to be fair, Bellis needs dropping anyway at the moment. I don't think he's playing that well hard with Bellis. Stevens is out injured now for a period of time. It could be season. Somebody said to me yesterday, it could be the whole season out. So that's a massive blow if he's out for the season. In terms of squad numbers, maybe not if a lot of people don't rate him, but yeah, he isn't been trusted. It's got to be an attitude issue. So I think you have to keep him at the moment, probably, unless you're going to bring another centre back in. But there's been no talk of him going today. There's been zilcho, absolutely nothing on it at all. The Will Smallbone one won't happen, by the way. I reckon that was a week ago, days and days ago. But he doesn't want to go play in the Championship. But he has to go play in the Championship. He's with Saints next season. No doubt about that. The player didn't want to return to the Championship. He's got opportunity to play in the Premier League with Saints, isn't he? So isn't going to go anywhere. Right, I'm just going to flick back to X, see if there's anything floating around on there. I should have got a guest on tonight. It's quite difficult to kind of just keep talking on your own sometimes. It's good to bounce off people, so I'm just going to bounce off you guys in the comments. Yeah, Twitter's a bit of a meltdown, or X is a little bit of a meltdown. Like, people were pretty fed up. I didn't expect us to do loads of business. I just didn't. I didn't see how they were gonna do it. It was always going to be difficult, especially the position we're in. But it was at least we won at the weekend. It was a good win. Who was there? Oh yeah, and if anybody wants, by the way, I've got 3 available. Random one, by the way. You're just if anybody wants a match day program for the weekend, I've got to give a load of match day programs. I think I've got another 3, by the way. So if anyone wants one, just drop me a DM on one of my platforms, and I'll send it to you. I'll post it free of charge and everything. No problems at all. Ethan says in the chat, maybe the manager might actually use ABK, but he might have to. Depending on injuries, he might have to. He might have no choice. But he doesn't like to play him on the left of the centre backs. And James Bree was playing well on the right of the centre backs at the weekend. I think he'd probably like to play him as that central centre back, which is Bednarek at the moment. So Cameron said, I thought we would have got a centre back loan in. We have one spot. Yeah, I think we still could. Yeah, there's still 20 minutes to go at the window. So who knows? Who knows? There's plenty of time left. You just never know, do you? You just never know what could happen in the remaining 20 minutes. But the deal for Silla is definitely off. That's not going to happen. That is all over Red Rover. Bit of a blow, and they all thought that was going to happen as well. I want to just get the salary of Sport up and just have a look at some of the salaries. They're always like rough numbers as well, and I don't know if I can find it. Salary of Sport is really good, and I wanted to look at Adam Armstrong's wages. I don't know if anyone knows it. I'm not very good at doing 2 things at once. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm not very good. Can't find the can't find it. No, I can't get it. Let's put Southampton wage bill in, see if we can find it. I just want to see what Adam Armstrong was on, because they were talking earlier. Don't know if it's been updated. Yeah, it has been updated actually. It has been updated. Wow, I wonder if I can just get this on the screen. It's no stranger to anyone, this, by the way. Right, I'm just going to see if I can do a screen share. Might be able to, actually. Screen share. Right. Going to go to... Right, there we go. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. If it's worked properly. No, it hasn't worked. No, it won't let me show it. It won't let me show it. I wanted to show the screen and go through some of the salaries, but it won't let me do it, I don't think. Try one more time. No, it won't let me do it. So I'll read them out to you. I'll read them out to you instead. Right, some of the salaries on some of the players. Right. Adam Armstrong, because I wanted to know what his wages were earlier, and I thought they were saying I talked about playing 70% of his wages. He is on a week, 33 grand a week. It's not loads for a Premier League player, is it? 33 grand a week. You say not loads. But yeah, he's on £33,000 a week. Right, highest earner at Southampton at this moment in time, according to this, and it could be off, it's not always correct. Aaron Ramsdale, £92,000 a week. Probably go in the summer, won't he? Adam Lallana, £76,000 a week. Maxwell Cornet's gone now, but his salary was 64, but I bet we were only paying a contribution of it. Yuki Sigawara is one of the highest earners on £60,000 a week. Ben Brereton Diaz, Jesus, we were paying him £52,000 a week. Wow, that's outrageous. Flynn Downes, £51,000 a week. Charlie Taylor, 44. There's no talk about Charlie Taylor. What happened with Charlie Taylor? Did he go? Or did I miss that totally? I don't think I've seen him go. Did he go, Charlie Taylor? Someone get in the comments box below. I don't think he did he? I'll go through some more of these salaries. Just drop that in the comments box below. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, £38,000 a week. Ryan Fraser's hardly played a game, £37,000 a week. Carl Walker-Peters, 36. Yeah, Bednarek, it's saying 36 as well. Joe Aribo, 36. He took a pay cut after relegation. Cameron Archer, who's been spoke about leaving, £34,000 a week. Mega money. Ross Stewart, oh my word, they're paying him 28 grand a week. It's picking up 1.4 million a year. Wow. Jeez. If this is right, it might, you can take some of this with a pinch of salt, but it's never usually that far wrong. Not really. But yeah, Bella Kopchap, 27 grand a week. But that big one really is Ross Stewart. Jeez, 28 grand a week. Right, I'm going to come back to your comments now. KWP too cheap. Yeah, you can see where you probably go. Yeah, Charlie, left back Taylor. Someone said, who's Charlie Taylor? Yeah, left back, mate. Yeah, KW, Fraser. Oh, yeah, waste of money. Yeah. No, it's unbelievable, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And you just wonder who's making all these decisions at the club, don't you? It's just outrageous stuff, mate. It's absolutely outrageous. Right, final 15 minutes of the window. I'm going to stay live until 11 p.m. and I'll just react on anything that comes in, and I'll keep interacting with you guys in the comments box below as well. Loads of people saying Lallana's wages are ridiculous. Like, I don't know for a fact. I'm just reading Salary of Sport. It could be totally wrong, but it's not usually that wrong. Never usually that wrong. But there you go. Unbelievable stuff. Really enjoyed the away day at Ipswich, by the way. If anyone saw my final word, you would have seen it. I thought it was a brilliant away day. Good ground to go to. If you've not been there, totally recommend it. It's yeah, the away end's good. I was in the upper tiers. It was quite nice. I was like there was a road below us, but they were like cordoned it off because of it was too close. It was quite tight and compact, but they used it as like a walkway so they couldn't have people walking past people all the time. But I thought it was really good. It was a good away end. So like we were second row, good view, quite crammed up, but Jesus, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. The limbs when we scored that late goal when Torpal put that in, it was really good. It was a really good moment when that went in, and yeah, everyone went absolutely crazy. There's people jumping on me. My camera ended in the air. I always try and keep my camera running like below me, so it's not in front of my face. I just run it in front of me. So when I'm like vlogging, and I edit it up. But yeah, literally when you yeah, when I went over it was all over the place. Right, we do have one bit of breaking news actually, and it's like we knew it was coming anyway. This one, this has been tweeted by George Reese Julian at the Echo. Confirmation of Gavin Bazunu's load to standard liège to the end of the season. A statement from Saints added, "We're looking forward to monitoring his progress for the rest of the campaign." So that's been done. Gavin Bazunu has moved. He's only 22. I didn't realise he's only 22. So yeah, Gavin Bazunu, he's going on loan. That is going to be, it says on my screen to be completed, but it is now completed. His move to Belgium's done. Hope it goes well for him. So we'll all be keeping an eye on Gavin Bazunu, because I think we all wish him well and hope that he recovers from that injury. So yeah, confirmation of that is now done. He's off to standard liège. Good stuff. What's everybody saying to that? Tall Paul should play centre back. Yeah, he'd probably be better centre back than he might be striker. Maybe, who knows? Thoughts on Shay Charles? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Shay Charles. I didn't think he'd come back, and I think he expressed his wishes to stay there as well. And we're covered in midfield probably at this moment in time. I did think we were going to bring another midfielder in. I did think if Aribo got injured, I think Aribo and Ukachukwu were making quite a good partnership there, by the way, and they were good at Ipswich. Come back to talk about Ipswich. They were good at Ipswich. Those two are forming a bit of a partnership together, and they're getting better and better. Ukachukwu did have an off day, I thought, the weekend. He wasn't it wasn't at his best by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, you wouldn't want one of those two getting injured, would you? Yeah, you wouldn't want one of those getting injured. We've got a comment there. Aribo has stepped up recently. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree, and I've been critical of him. He's one of his biggest critics at times. At times, I always get thrown in my face. Bazunu going on loan should come back ready for the championship after Ramsdale leaving in the summer. Yeah, I agree, David. Ramsdale will go in the summer. There's no doubt about that. He will go in the summer. Of course, he will. He's not gonna stay. There's a relegation clause, that's for sure. Great videos. Nice to see a win for Saints at the weekend. Yeah, go check out the matchday vlog if you haven't done. It is live here on my YouTube channel, so if you're not seeing it, go check it out. It's wow worth a watch. I think it is anyway. I enjoy creating the matchday vlogs. A lot of time, a lot of effort to put one of those together. I know they're only like 20-30 minutes, but you've got to film for on and off for 90 minutes. Then you've got to film all your stuff before and then editing it. Editing it takes me 3 hours at a time, 4 hours at a time. But it is could Big Les be used as a centre back? Yeah, he could be, I guess. But we don't have loads of options in midfield. That would be my biggest worry. According to Sky Sports, Saints they rejected a bid for Bednarek. Adam Blackmore said they rejected a 25 million bid for somebody. Do you reckon anyone bid 25 million though for Bednarek? Maybe. But I did hear there was clubs in for him. I don't know who was in for him, but there was talk, wasn't there, this morning. I think Ronnie Edwards will be good next season. Someone spoke about Ronnie Edwards in the chat. He'd be good next season. Ronnie Edwards will be really, really good. Looking forward to seeing him. Really looking forward to seeing him. Somebody's already messaged me about getting one of those programs. If anyone wants one of those programs, I've got 2 left. So if you want a Ipswich Town program from the weekend, it's a good little read actually. I like the smaller programs from a lot of the teams we go to. Actually, great bit on the kit bag. I like the kit bag. They did the kits. Hold on, let me just put my screen back up so I can see what I'm showing you. I thought that was quite good. And then there's a bit on Gabardini in there as well. We'll never forget. There's a bit about Bobby Stokes in there as well. Theo Walcott. I thought it was quite good. I've seen some good programs this year. Not that I buy one at every game, but I do like the smaller ones. Much nicer, and I like it for the teams and stuff. Get a little bit of information in it as well. Taylor at Hull, mate, on loan. He went to Hull in the end. That's good. Yeah, he needed to go, didn't he? And they needed to free up that space, didn't they? Leicester would bid 25 million for Bednarek. Oh, it's a Roma that bid for Bednarek, was it? Wow. I did see it this morning. There was a few club mentioned. I didn't really kind of like take loads of notes because I just didn't think we'd let him go, especially with the injuries there, and he's been wearing the armband. And yeah, I think he will stay for he will stay as captain as well now. Yeah, there are pictures of Gavin Bazunu in his standard Liège kit. It's a 6-month loan, no option to buy. No loan option to buy. He'll be our number 1 next season. He'll be back, no doubt about that. He will be back. Right, final 9 minutes of the window. I don't reckon anything's going to happen. Loads of people slagging the owners off on X. But it's going to be hard convincing people to come here, surely. It's going to be really, really difficult. It's a difficult. It was always going to be a hard window. There's nothing else really. Favourite ever deadline day signing. What's your thoughts on your favourite ever deadline day signing? Who is your favourite ever deadline day signing? I was thinking about it today because they were doing it on Solent Sport, and I went with Mane as my second, and I went with Virgil van Dijk as my number 1. So my favourite ever deadline day signing was, without question, Virgil van Dijk. That was 2015 we signed him. We signed him for 11.5 million in 2017, sold him for 75 million. And the year that Sadio Mane came, which was earlier, it was in 2014, we paid 10 million for him. And Toby Alderweireld, I can't pronounce it very well. You'll be laughing at me. Signed as well in that window. He was good, but I liked Mane. I thought Mane was freaking insanely good. Thought he was good. Yeah, Toby was immense. It was brilliant. Someone else said he was brilliant centre back. To be fair, Big Toby. and Mane. They were good. Loved. Oh, mate, thank you, Simon. That's very kind of you. Love seeing your content from Walton Road. You should be proud of your journey, mate, in development in social media space. Yeah, it's a bit of a mission actually, to create some of this stuff because it's freaking hard work. And I don't get, I'm doing it for free. I'm going to try and get some sponsors. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, or know a brand or a company that want to sponsor, I'm going to try and get some sponsors, which is which would be amazing. Really, it's a lot of time and effort, and I've got I've got two jobs as well. I've got a full-time day job and I've got bar work as well, which I do at the weekend. So it's a bit of a mission to do it. So yeah, no, I've been doing it. Not everybody likes it. Take a bit of abuse on X. Some people on X are horrible. They hide behind keyboards. They don't have any images of their faces and just give you abuse. But they would never come up to you and say it actually at a game. So any of these people don't want to give me sticks, fine. I just got really thick skin now. I just mute them these days. Any thoughts on Downes? Downes, Jurek, not loving him. Yeah, no, he was Russell Martin signing. Yeah, definitely was. Yeah. I don't think he. I don't think he'd go anywhere, but I don't see him playing loads under this manager at the moment. But you need to bring in another midfielder if you can let him go anyway. Oh yeah, that Turkey window. That's an interesting. I think the whole Turkey window will be open for another week, so KWP could go. I don't think he will go. I think he's out the season with us now. Yeah, I think you're right on that as well, Cameron. Hopefully he will grow, Albert, Uncle Albert. I hope he does grow. I'm sure he will do. He'll get better with game time. Of course he will. Just needs time, Just needs time. Gaston Ramirez was a deadline day signing, by the way. It wasn't a very good deadline day signing. Was Carrillo a deadline day signing? I was going to put that one out there. I thought about that earlier. Was he a deadline day signing? There's Alfie House has just tweeted, actually. There is a bit of breaking news. And the man that fired us to promotion back to the Premier League, Adam Armstrong, looks like he is off to West Bromwich Albion. Understand that this is from Alfie. Understand Adam Armstrong to West Bromwich Albion on loan for the rest of the season could be on. Saints dealing with a large squad, limited minutes for him, but they are hopeful of signing Adam Armstrong. So that is the breaking news. We'll see if that one goes through. So I did do that earlier, actually. I did put it out on my social media, but Adam Armstrong, that is from Alfie House. So give me your thoughts on that one. Looks like Adam Armstrong is off. Somebody did tweet me, someone that doesn't like me actually, but he did tweet me. I shouldn't even give him a shout out really. Someone said it's a good thing that I won't be up late to do a transfer show tonight. Well, good job, Satonian, that I am up doing a transfer show, because Adam Armstrong looks like he's out the door and we can get reaction to this community that we're building here on YouTube. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that one. Adam Armstrong looks to be going. Wow, that's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, could be on that one. Interesting. Right, that's Alfie's tweet. I've copied some of it and put it on your screen. Let's see if that one gets done. But yeah, Adam Armstrong looks like he's off. Oh, yeah, it's been tough for him in the Premier League, isn't it? As a player in the Premier League, it's been really, really, really tough. Really tough. Squad does need trimming. And he's not going to get loads of game time. Thank God we can play Archer over him. Yeah, Archer won't go now, will he? I wouldn't have thought Archer would go now. He won't go. Alfie said it's a boring transfer window. Yeah, I think we all expected that, Alfie, though. I don't think we could have ever expected it to be massively exciting with the predicament that we're in. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it was ever going to be a wild transfer window when we're bottom of the league and we only got our second win of the season the weekend. It was, I think, getting players out the door was going to be key, and we haven't really got a lot out the door. And the players that we would have said, if Russell Martin was still manager, you would have been saying Paul Nuachu, Kamaldeen Tilemana, you would have been trying to get them out the door, and probably Leslie Ugochukwu would have gone back to Chelsea. It would have looked very, very different. It really would have done. It would have looked really, really different if he had been the manager. Every manager has a different way of playing, a different style. This manager, I said, he'd reborn a couple of players, and I think Ugochukwu, Aribo, under this manager have been brilliant. Onuachu is doing a job for this manager, and Silamana is the standout. What a job he's done with these players. I think he's done really, really well, the manager, with those players, to get something out of them. So congratulations to Even. He's done well, even during with those four players that would have been out the door right now. It could have been Dan. I don't know. Talking about the centre back and Amo-Ameyaw Silla. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. When are Ipswich going to express more than? Yeah, it's not going to happen now. That's not going to happen. Flynn Downes, but yeah, they were looking at him. They were looking at him. Sam Amo, that's done. To Strasbourg, he's gone. Obligation to buy. They have to buy him. He won't come back. He won't come back. That's him. Him done. I'm just going back to X, see if I can get any more of these. Get some more of these tweets. Lots of people talking about the board. Someone said on there, West Brom hopeful completing a late move for Adam Armstrong. People put shocked face. I'm not shocked at all. Someone said serious questions need to be asked. It's difficult, isn't it? Difficult window. It's always going to be really hard. I don't think we're going to find out about the Adam Armstrong one till late doors. That we might not find out to midnight. You just don't know. These things rumble on. So what I will do is I'll do a reaction to all the transfer news in the morning when I wake up, and I'll put the video out for lunchtime so you can all watch it during your lunch break. And if you want to get my opinions, you might not. Like I said, I'm not a journalist. I'm just a fan that reacts. I'm just a content creator that reacts. Any deal sheets, if any, not that we know of at the moment. Just Adam Armstrong going out by the looks of it, but we don't know of any at the moment. But window shuts in 2 minutes, so it'd be a minute now. So I'm going to stay on here for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to jump on TikTok Live for a bit as well. Slightly different audience. I'm going to do a little bit on there for a short period of time. The curse of death. Adam Armstrong going to play off promotion to the Premier. He's brilliant last season, wasn't he? Adam Armstrong. And I said to him when I met him at the Puma Day, when they did the Puma kit launch, and it was one of my favourite moments actually this summer, was I saw Adam Armstrong and I looked up to him and said, he looked at me and he says, "Football Martin," in that Geordie accent, and I just loved it when he said it. He just and it was really nice. I didn't expect him to say hello, and I said, "You give me one of the best days of my life other than my two daughters being born." He goes, "Same as me, mate." What a day that was. What a season. It was just brilliant. It was one of those really great moments. And I'll never forget that. Absolutely brilliant. So he obviously does watch a little bit of the content, and I know Ryan Fraser does as well. If Jurek gets over 20 points without backing, maybe survival could have been made. Yeah, I think we will start to pick up and hopefully get a few results now. Ipswich were really poor the weekend, but we've still got to play Bournemouth at home. That's a really tough game. Right, what do we have here? Deal sheets allow domestic transfers to get an extra 2 hours. International 1, red and white. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I know a lot of it will be like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's for sure. Has Armour gone? Yeah, it looks like he's going to go. Yeah, it does, from what we're saying. Window closed. It is midnight. It is 11 o'clock, but up till midnight we'll be hearing stories. But yeah, there was talk whether he's travelled or it's just but it does look like Armour is going. That's the big one. The football club have tweeted 16 minutes ago about Bazunu. Looks like Alfie House was the exclusive with the Adam Armstrong, because Adam Blackmore respectfully has retweeted his tweet and put it below, which is nice. So I think Alfie was first on that. West Brom to the rest of the season. Fair play to him. I bet you he'd go and score a load of goals there. Get himself going again. Get him playing football. I think it's brilliant. I wonder if he'd come back, Adam Armstrong. Not sure on that. Not sure what will happen on that one. 2 South Coast derbies, according to Sky, coming up. Big games. Derbies? Is that what they're saying? What freaking derbies are they? We would call the New Forest derby, maybe. They'd love it to be a rivalry, by the way, wouldn't they? Bournemouth. I've got a lot of respect for Bournemouth from what they're doing now, but I've got massive respect for like some of their fan base. When I went down there to the game and I was like, create a bit of content, they didn't want to go. They were like well rude, and like they hate us. And even the stewards were like real gnarly down there. It was like, honestly, the way they treated us down there was really bad. Brighton weren't great, but Bournemouth was the worst. And I've been to a lot of away days in the last couple of years. Actually, the treatment getting in was absolutely shocking. You know, it's like, yeah, they're well rude as well. Well rude. Burnley is our next game. Biggest South Coast derby. Big game, the derby. The Burnley game is a big game because in terms of like, you don't want to be getting beaten by a championship side at the top. No, but what are they now? Let's have a look at championship table. Are they second or third? Apparently they're really boring to watch. Really boring. And the Pompey fan, they're third. They're third in the league. They've had 15 wins, 13 draws. They've only lost 2 games in the league. Jesus, but 13 draws. Jeez. Yeah, that's going to be a crap game, I reckon. I reckon that's going to be a crap game. I really do. I don't think it's going to be amazing. Right, that was my Deadline Day live YouTube. If you want to join me on TikTok, I'm going to go on TikTok in a little while. I'm just going to jump on there for a little for like half an hour or so. Just react to everything. I'll do a video tomorrow, talk over once we know everything that's happened. Bournemouth is a South Coast derby. It's not. Yeah, New Forest derby only. Right, I really appreciate all your support. Thank you for tuning in. It's been an absolute blast. Really, really enjoyed it. I hope you have done too as well. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the live. New Forest derby, not the South Coast derby. Yeah, I'm with you on that, mate. Red and white, you're welcome. You're all welcome. We'll get some, hopefully get a podcast recorded this week. I'm waiting for David Protton to get back to me with some timings, but David Protton is the next on the podcast, and I've reached out to loads of players. So if there's any players tuned in that used to play for Southampton and you'd like to do a podcast with me, just drop me a DM. I know a few just do drop in every now and then. So really, yeah, we'd appreciate anybody that would love to come do a podcast. Right, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Not much of it left. This was Deadline Day live on the Football Martin channel. Thanks for tuning in.